It's only a game. Why would you have to be mad?
Is your birthday October, November, or December?
Oh my friend.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, JC. Welcome back to my channel once again. My hair is looking a little, I don't know, like Super Saiyan. I don't know what's going on here, but we got something to talk about today. So, Black Ops 4 Zombies, it's a big deal. We all know all the things that have been revealed so far. Finally got done talking about all of the just initial reactions to the trailers, all those things people say. Thank you so much for watching those, by the way, because those took so much time to edit. But overall, the reveal week was amazing. There was a lot of stuff that I loved personally. I love the new characters. I love the new story aspect that they're going for, and I'm excited for Blood of the Dead as well. But there's one thing that no one seems to be talking about too much. Like, there's people that are mentioning it, but there's one thing that no one, like, we need to spend more time on this. There has to be something here. And look, I'll give you a comment that just straight up explains what I'm talking about right here. Sexy Eddie says Shaw is Richtofen. The Watch and Blood Vials, they're the same person, but in different universes. This is what I'm talking about, boys. This is what I'm talking about. I asked you guys on Twitter to give me all of your theories about the current stuff that could be going on storyline-wise on this game with the new characters, and this is the one that I was really looking forward to. I'll get to the other ones in a second in this video. I got a lot of your comments in here, but look at these two characters. I want you to look at Shaw, and I want you to look at Richtofen. They are practically wearing the same outfit. It is ridiculous how similar they look. Now, Treyarch has told us, and they've really tried to make it clear, that the storyline that they're doing in BO4 with these new characters, they're saying it's a new one. They're saying that this is completely separate from the Ether storyline that we had just in the past, the normal zombie storyline. But to be completely real here, just completely real, I don't believe them. Yes, I may be calling Treyarch a liar. I know that they're saying that this is a completely new universe and everything, but the similarities and the things that just keep on showing up and the things that we keep finding as a community is just way too odd. Look at this, for instance. My boy, Diego. This is something that people have just started finding out recently. Me and Milo and a bunch of the guys were talking about it as well. But Diego and Nero both wear the same exact ring. Do you hear what I'm saying, lads? Diego literally has the exact same ring that Nero had on Shadows of Evil. Now, I know what you're thinking. JC, it's obviously just a placement. They just wanted to put jewelry on Diego for the trailer. They wanted him to look spicy. I don't know. They just wanted him to look his part and have some jewelry on his hands and all that kind of stuff. And they just used a previous asset that they already had in Black Ops 3, in the Black Ops 4 trailer. But when you really think deep about this, this is Treyarch we're talking about here. They know that we comb through every one of these trailers piece by piece. They know, and they had to have known, that if we were going through these trailers and we spot Nero's ring on Diego, that we're going to talk about it. They wanted us to see this. It's in the trailer, it's in plain sight. They show a camera view of Diego holding the cup with the ring on it, and it's just too much of a coincidence for it not to mean anything at all. Either that or they're just completely trolling us, which I guess could be the case. So as of right now, my personal theory on what's going on right now, the biggest secret, I guess if you're looking at the title, the biggest secret that Black Ops 4 has that no one's talking about is that I really and honestly believe that these universes are connected. Something is going to happen that connects these two universes. They may be saying that it's not connecting at all, but I just do not believe it. There's just too many weird things that I keep seeing. If you would have showed me a picture of Shaw in Black Ops 3, I would have told you that's an older Richtofen. So again, I could be wrong about all this. I could be wrong. But I want to get into your guys' comments, some of your guys' theories on what could be happening here. And let's just talk about all this Black Ops 4 stuff, because this is, we got so much to talk about in this game that I feel like I'm gonna have videos for weeks, guys. Like, there's just so much to talk about in this game. Anyways, I asked you guys on Twitter, like I said before, what are your theories on what's going on with the new story and all that kind of stuff? And here is some of the stuff you guys said. David said, I have a theory that Scarlet may have worked in Morgue City or somewhere close to there in her time before. She seemed to know how exactly her device could open the Harsha safe, the same brand of cigarettes in Morgue City. I don't know, I could be wrong, or she could be Dempsey's daughter. I don't know. I want to mention this comment because this has been, I think, debunked by Treyarch themselves, and I just want to have this in video form so people know about it. But we asked them about this because we noticed in the trailer too that the safe had the Harsha, I think it said Harsha on the safe, and that was something that showed up in Shadows of Evil. Apparently, this is just like an in-joke thing with Treyarch. Like, it's not something of major significance. It's just like an in-joke name or an in-joke title that must relate to something on the development side. I don't know what it is, but apparently it doesn't mean anything, and I don't think it's necessarily proof that the universes are connected or anything. I just want to explain that we actually asked Craig and Jason, we sat down with them, we're like, yo, okay, what's up with the safe? I thought you guys said it was a completely new universe, and we just saw the same name on that we saw in Shadows of Evil, so what is going on? And they were just like, oh, it doesn't mean anything. It's an in-joke. And we're like, okay. I guess I trust that answer, I guess. Dominus says, besides Shaw being Edward/Maxis, I'm betting there are gonna be fractures with Maxis quotes that are not supposed to be in that universe, like an SOE. That would be super, super cool. Like, even if this universe is completely separate, and maybe they don't have any connection to anything regarding our premise characters or anything like that, or Maxis or anybody, it would be cool, like, maybe like on the 3rd or 4th map that we get, we all of a sudden like have just a random quote from something on our previous storyline, or some random like callback or message that's sent to this universe or something. Like, that would be really interesting. I don't know how they would do it, and again, we don't know if the universes are connected, but I still think they are. I don't believe them, but I like this idea. I love those like super messages across time. They're just really cool to me, and I thought that was one of my favorite things. I mean, that was my favorite thing, honestly, in Shadows of Evil. The fact that I went on Shadows of Evil, I remember just playing the map for the first time, and I just saw that crap. Like, when I saw the Maxis quotes happen, I'm like, this is insane. This is amazing. I love that they did this. So I would love more of that. So hopefully they do that at some point in the future. Will Rodriguez says, imagine if this is how the summoning key comes into play before the Shadows of Evil characters got a hold of it. I'm trying to remember in the storyline if we ever got the answer on where the summoning key, like how it got there. I feel like we might have, but it would be cool to see more of like the origin story of these artifacts. The summoning key has become so important in the zombie storyline that I would be absolutely surprised if we don't see it in some way on this game. I really think in Blood of the Dead, me and Lex were talking about on things people say, but we really think that we're gonna be able to like maybe use the summoning key or something and just like open up portals. Like, that would be a cool way of maybe replacing some of the afterlife portals in the map or something. Like, we don't really think that's gonna happen, but it's just an idea we threw out there. Like, we would just love to be able to actually use the summoning key for real at some point, because we've never gotten to use it. And I think there's a lot of ways that could be really cool. I mean, if you ever played, again, Zombies reminds me so much of Assassin's Creed, guys. It really, really does. And one of the biggest things that resembles Assassin's Creed to me is the summoning key itself. It is so much like the Apple of Eden from Assassin's Creed. And I remember one of my favorite things that ever happened in Assassin's Creed was when you were Desmond, and in AC3 you finally got to use the apple. Like, you finally got to use it and just see and feel the power of this thing and just completely destroy the entire Abstergo facility. It was crazy. I would love to see something like that in Zombies, where we just see the full-blown power of the thing, because I don't think we've truly seen all that it can do. I definitely don't think so. So you never know. You never know. I would love to see the summoning key more. Definitely, if there's backstory to it that we haven't seen, would love that as well. I could be wrong, but I don't think we have much backstory to it, but might have to check up with Milo on that one. That's a very, very fine detail that I just don't remember too much. But yeah, I really like your idea. Adibio, I think I said that right, says, plot twist, 9 characters are just transit characters under a spell. Can you imagine, bro? Like actually, let's just sit here and think about this, okay? Shaw kind of resembles Stuhlinger a little bit. He does. Scarlet kind of resembles Misty. She really does. Bruno doesn't really resemble Russman. Marlton absolutely resembles Diego. Absolutely. But let's be real for a second. Can you imagine if this traveling back in time stuff, where they go back in time and they use like other bodies or whatever in 9, right? Like, they go back in time and, like, I guess take the positions of people that were there in that time. I'm not entirely sure, but let's just say that's the case. They take like, let's just say it's like Assassin's Creed. Let's go with the Assassin's Creed idea. And they go back in time to other people's memories or whatever, and can like use their bodies or whatever, like possess their bodies in the past. Let's just say that's the case. Imagine if the entire time the characters of 9, like the characters in the intro when they're drinking the stuff, what if they're already possessed? Like it's Inception, but zombies. Like it's not a dream within a dream, it's a possession within a possession. And then we find out at the very end of everything that when I ditched Misty for Scarlet, I was really ditching Misty for Misty, and it was her all along. That's probably not gonna happen, but the idea of it is really funny. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a really funny idea, and it really makes me think about how far this possession stuff goes. I mean, if they can just use these little things and drink a little cup and go and possess bodies in the past or whatever, or if it's actually them, I don't know. But if they can do that, then shouldn't other people be able to do that to them as well? Like I don't know. I really just don't know. Finally, we got one more comment in this video, and this one's really funny to me because it's by Anthony, who says, I don't have any theories. I just have my opinion. I don't want them to cross over in a major way. I would be fine with maybe an Easter egg here or there, maybe that's the ring, but I would still rather have a new story completely separate from the old one. And dude, honestly, I completely respect that, like absolutely. And hey, that probably is what they're doing. Like probably at the end of the day, maybe it's not connected at all, and this is just a completely new story, and they're gonna wrap up the old story at some point with the premise and all that stuff on the game. And maybe that's the case, but it is so hard for me to be a fan of this mode. It's so hard for me just to be following this story for years and years and years and years, and then just completely go, oh yeah, it's not connected at all. Like there's just something about it is weird. There's something that's definitely off, especially with Nero's ring being on Diego, especially with Shaw looking so much like Richtofen. It's ridiculous. He looks so much like him. But I want to include your comment, Anthony, because I agree. I really don't know what I would rather want. It's just hard for me from the perspective of somebody who follows the story to not want to make connections, if you know what I mean. So that's where I want to leave this video, guys. I wanted to ask you guys a really big question. Do you want the stories to connect? Do you not want them to connect like Anthony? Do you want them to just completely stay separate where we never ever have any crossover at all? Maybe there's some little Easter eggs that are just nods here or there, but no connection at all to the Ether storyline that we had, like the main zombie storyline. Or do you think or want the zombie storylines to connect at some point? Do you want these characters to eventually connect with the main story that we've been building over for the past 10 years? Tell me in the comments below, because I think it's a very, very cool topic to talk about. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. I think this is the elephant in the room. I know my title's a little bit clickbait, but this is the elephant in the room. The Black Ops 4 secret that no one is talking about is if this universe truly connects. Because at the end of the day, I think that's the most interesting thing. The fact that they're saying it's not connecting at all could be a facade, in my opinion. I really think it could just be them saying that, and then maybe at the end of all things, we're like, holy hell, Shaw was Richtofen the entire time. Or holy hell, they just found the summoning key or something like that. Like there's so many ways that they could connect at the very end of it that would just be such a shocking moment, and maybe they don't want to tell us straight up out front that it connects. That could just be me, you know, making up stuff and wanting that to happen. I don't know, but I just want to get that feedback from you guys. I want to know what you guys think, because it's a huge elephant in the room and just something that's just incredibly fun and interesting to talk about. So this has been me, JC. Sorry for being a little crazy on this video. I'm just having a good time, man. I'm just really hyped for Black Ops 4. It's just been an awesome week so far, and I'm excited to just keep putting out content for you guys like this. So again, this has been me, JC. Tell me in the comments below what you think about all this, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good one, guys.